Hey guys, Adam from Equip to Endure. Well, I got my ESEE RC-5 right here, and we're going to go ahead and use this to get a fire started real quick. I got a fire set up behind me, and actually, the first thing I want to test out is actually to use this socket right here, or this hole right here for a fireboard technique. So I'm going to give that a try real quick. It's gonna be a small fire, probably boil some water, have some hot chocolate or something right now. It's pretty nice today. It's about 40 degrees. Ace and I are out on a hike. My buddy actually just walked down. He's going to grab a kit because he's going to put up a deer stand here on his property. So while he's doing that, we're going to try this one out, and we might split a couple pieces of, wood, give a whole batoning test, make a quick fire real quick, and just stay with us, guys. All right, we got a couple different options for. This one might be a little bit past center. Might have to do a new board. This one to try. One thing I would suggest for this one is to make sure you throw the sheath on it when you're using it, because I wouldn't want you guys to slip and cut yourself. Get a little nose grease on there. Make sure we don't. Now, I'm probably going to have to do another hole for this. Do a brand new burnout, but we're just going to give it a try. Every once in a while, you know, you can be sloppy and get lucky. Remember, bow drill technique is about eliminating as many variables as possible. So we're tucking our pants, move our shoestrings out of the way. Spinning a little too long, but that's all right. Winner right there, buddy. No problem. So while this isn't the most ideal location for the fire, being so close to the trees, a lot of rocks out here, this is a previous fire pit that we used for other training events here. And we actually, the camera's in the main fire ring. We actually usually have 2 fires to circulate some more heat. But there is some leaf litter in here that's kind of burning up, so I got to make sure I clean all that stuff out. It's gathered up over the season. It's so funny the stuff that you can find laying around, even on forest. We found this out here a while back. We were hiking around, and somebody at one time had this thing and was growing out here, and so we actually leave it by the campfire because it's just a steady platform, and we don't have to lug it out. It's out here, it moves around from camp to camp, so it works really well. So there it is. I'm gonna throw this on there, have a nice stable position to boil some water. Got our guide design water bottle here, so we'll go ahead and let that boil fire. Very minimal wear on the little socket here. Very nice. Like I said before, there was times I thought these were kind of gimmicky, but I'm actually very, very fond of this right now. I have no issues with this whatsoever. So pretty cool. All right, we're going to do some other tests real quick. All right, gang. Use my weddlings to split this piece of hickory here. I don't know, I'm probably wrong. No, maybe not. No, this is hickory. So, go do a little batoning next. Nice. Shooting off. A little knot there. No big deal. As you guys can see, the batoning did pretty well. No real complaints there. Really starting to put some wear on this coating, but it looks pretty good still. And our edge is still very, very razor sharp. So let's try to carve a little bit. All this stuff is old and dried out. Knife is definitely sharp. Off the top, you know, the handle's pretty decent. It's comfortable. I don't think it's as comfortable as the BK2. Just this back part, I want a little bit more meat on this, but it feels good on the side grip. You guys can see. You know, for a knife this thick, I don't think you have any problem doing a feather stick. That's pretty darn good. Nice, nice indeed. Well, I don't have a 2x4 like we usually like to do for our chop test. We got this piece right here. I'm going to see how well we do with this. I think it's a little rotted out. I might find something else. So we'll look around and find a decent piece. We'll go ahead and give that piece a try. There is a little piece of lanyard here. It's at the bottom of the sheath, and I'm actually going to untie this and use this for the knife, just for safety precautions. I'm not that far away from civilization up here, but it is just me and Ace right now. My buddy's still down there, so I am by myself. So we're just gonna do this just to be more safe, to make sure I keep control of the knife. And you know, since it already came with the lanyard, you might as well put it to use. So we got this piece of work right here. Use this half a log as an anvil. Okay. Pretty good. Seven strikes. Let's get on this piece of hickory. It's kind of short. Chopping it. Let's try a little bit more up here again. Nice. It's a chopper, all right. I mean, the profile is very, very similar to the Becker BK2. So, I'll tell you, the pilot hole is a little bit uncomfortable for this really far back grab if I'm using it as a chopping motion, but it's something I can get used to. I mean, this thing is a hell of a chopper. sharp, guys. Nice. So let's try a little notching on our fireboard. A couple pressure cuts. It's a little unruly to hold, but it's not bad. Not bad. Do a quick burnout. Nice. I'll tell you, I like this idea. Very nice. I guess I should have made this my first test, but you know, whatever. It works. Maybe we'll get a quick coal with that one. So that was actually pretty good. It's like a probably 5-10 minute to make a bow drill kit on this one. And just give you guys a look-see if they won't blow away. Turn the screen so I can see. There you go. So pretty successful. Alright guys, so in review, ESEE RC-5, great knife. I'm really happy with it. I got to tell you, if you're really into bow drill fires, you like that technique and training on that, you know, these little notches right here are actually pretty cool. Some constructive criticism with it, and I'll go over different stuff in the review. This is the least expensive sheath, and it's just kind of flimsy. I don't really like it. You know, has some downfalls with this way. The thing is, I get the nylon add-on you can get with it, and the glass breaker, I just don't see the utility in it for a survival knife unless you're looking at something like an urban survival knife. But you know, in that case, if I really want to break windows, I'll have a different tool for that. I'd rather have a flat pummel than this glass breaker. I think this glass breaker would be effective, but for a wilderness survival tool, I don't think I'll ever use it to break glass. I like this little sliding feature to lock the kydex. It's actually pretty nice. You just slide your finger forward to pull it out, so it's not bad. We threw on the little lanyard that comes with it. But so far I'm really liking it. Like I said before, I think it's a kind of like more polished materials than a Becker BK2. I think the handle's not as comfortable, and the micarta scales are really nice. You don't have to go out and buy those. So if you think of, you know, a Becker BK2 that you can go out and get for, you know, around 65 bucks, 45 bucks for the micarta scales, it's going to put you at 110. So you can probably find this for a little bit around the 125, 150. So if you want to upgrade to something like this, it's not that big of a difference for something that's a little bit more polished. And of course, ESEE's got a great, you know, no questions asked return policy. So if you ever damage or break it, that's good to go. The edge is great, great edge. I mean, it still feels like I just took it out of the box. The jimping in the back isn't bad at all. You guys know that I'm not crazy about jimping. I don't think it's really necessary for a bushcrafting type knife, or, you know, if something that's really wet or something, you know, that'd be good to go. But, you know, holding your thumb back here in this position, you know, you wouldn't use it for chopping in any way that can hurt your thumb. So there's very little cuts or techniques I use actually my thumb to have here. Most of the times I use a sideways hold facing the knuckles when I'm doing close cutting. But you can choke up on this very effectively too to do some other fine cutting. And I was able to carve out the notch for my bow drill pretty quickly. You guys saw that. So in regards to that, it's great. Nice stuff. I can't wait to talk to Jeff Randall about this knife when I see him at SHOT Show. But all in all, good stuff, liking it. And like I said before, if you like the Hedgehog Leatherwork sheath, this fits awesome in the Hedgehog Leatherwork sheath. I might actually buy another one from Paul for this because I like that mount a little bit better. So great stuff. Well, hey guys, this is Adam from Equip to Endure. If you guys have any questions or comments, please email me at adam@equiptoendure.com. You guys take care, be safe out there, and remember, if you're not always prepared, you're never prepared. Thanks.